everyone, my name is Sydney and welcome back to my channel, and also welcome to a new year, 2018, hello. Oh. So today I'm going to be discussing the book City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, and I am so excited to be talking about this book today because I read this book back in high school. It's so refreshing to read it again now, but also I have been wanting to pick up this series for the longest time. For those of you who don't know what this book is about, it is about a character named Clarissa Frey, and her mother has been lying to her entire life. She does not know that she is a shadow hunter. Oh my god, what's a shadow hunter? Well, shadow hunters are people who hunt demons. It is so cool, this world that Cassandra has created, because there are shadow hunters and there are downworlders. So downworlders are people who are werewolves, vampires, fairies, and it is so cool because they interweave with each other. Werewolves and vampires hate each other, and you see Clary trying to fit into this world, being all like, oh my god, I do not understand anything, and it is so good. So good. I'm so happy to be diving into this series because it's about time that I've read them all, because I've only read the first 3 books back in high school and I honestly don't remember anything, so it's bad on my part. But I'm gonna go into spoilers, so if you haven't read this series, I really think you should. It's so badass, it's so much fun. I love the characters, except maybe one, but we'll go into the spoilery section and I'll talk about that. You should read it, and when you do, come back and we can talk. So here we go into spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so I'm going to talk about the characters that I loved first. So my top 3 favorite characters so far are Isabel. I bloody love Isabel and I want more of her. I feel like we didn't get her enough, but she was just so much fun, and I love by the end of the book that her and Clary became closer, and they actually were worried about each other, and I thought that was pretty beautiful. So I love Isabel and I cannot wait for her character to develop. I loved Magnus Bane. There is something about Magnus which is just so sassy. I love him, and I love that he has a little crush on Alec, and I really dig that. I hope they become something because, yeah, I don't know, I'm here for it. I don't know, I like them. As well as them, I really like Simon. So a lot of reviews that I've watched, a lot of people were actually quite annoyed by Simon. And I'm here reading it like, what are people talking about? Because, just saying, I kind of love Simon. Clary was telling him all about this world, and he just straight up was like, that's fucking sick. I think he's so cute, and I felt so bad for him when he told Clary that he loved her, and Clary was all like, you what? Like, I did not catch on with that. I was like, girl, you stupid, but oh my god, I love him, and I can't wait to see what will happen with him. I feel like he's going to become a part of this world in a new way. He's gonna become something. I feel like he's gonna become something. I'm not sure if I ship him with Clary. Like, I think they're cute and all, but I think I mostly would ship him with Isabel. I don't know, just because I love Isabel and I really like Simon, I would just love something to happen there, you know. I think it'd be cute. You guys would know from the beginning of this video that I kind of said that I didn't really like a character. And I'm gonna be honest, the character that I didn't really like was Jace. And this alone is the first book, so I can't really say much. I mean, probably he will develop and probably I'll like him later on. But from this book, I didn't really like Jace that much. The whole thing where Jace and Clary kissed, and then Simon's reaction to seeing it, and then Jace's reaction, he just turned into, no offense, quite a dick. And I was like, boy, you make it seem like it was nothing. Like, why are you talking to a girl that you like that? I don't know, I just don't understand how some people, how they show their affections to someone they like is by being rude to them. I don't know, I find it really like a massive mind game, or if you'd like, a massive mind fuck. Because if you like someone, you would want to show them that you like them by being nice to them, you know, rather than all the games that we play, chasing each other, trying to make each other think, oh nah, she's not into me, this and that. But when you actually are, and you're like, you're sending me mixed signals, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you think I'm supposed to react when I back off, but you're like, no, I actually like you, but like you're backing off because you think that they don't like you, and it's like, oh my god, just make it simple, just fucking tell me that you like me, or hurry along and let me be. This was so funny. So this is the bit that I actually liked between Jace and Clary. This was on page 84. So Jace was saying he put a rune on Clary to protect her. He didn't know 100% whether she was a shadow hunter or not. Like, if she wasn't, then she would die instantly from him putting a rune on her. So he was saying that he was 90% sure that she'd be fine. And then what happened was, on page 84, her hand cracked across his face, a slap that rocked him back on his heels. He put his hand to his cheek, more in surprise than pain. What the hell was that for? The other 10%? That's right, bitch! So, in this book, Clary killed her first demon, which was a Ravener, and that whole scene I thought was just so interesting, and the fact that Alec has never killed a demon before, and Clary has, was such a moment of, oh my god, they're gonna be all barky at each other. Barky? What is that? They're gonna be barky at each other. I just cannot believe that her mother kept her in the dark for that long. Like, that is ridiculous. I can't wait to find out more about her mother, and to find out more about why she really doesn't want to be a part of this world. I don't really feel connected with her, emotionally invested, just because I don't know much about her. But I'm excited to like hear her story down the line, because we heard Luke's story, so I think it'll be really interesting to hear her story. A problem that I had with this book was I felt like Cassandra Clare put way too much information into one book. There were a lot of parts that could have either been cut back or completely cut out. So I thought the whole scene where Simon turned into a rat was kind of unnecessary, but also way too long. Yeah, I just felt like there are a lot of parts in this that could have been cut back. A lot of parts. In terms of the shadow hunters versus vampires and the shadow hunters versus vampires versus werewolves bit, it ended up being necessary because I felt like Cassandra Clare was really trying to showcase the entire world to us readers, to really understand that there are downworlders, there are other parts to this story. It's not just about shadow hunters, and I really like that she did go into depth about that, but I just think that she may have went about it in maybe the wrong way, that it was just a bit too much. It was an overload. So a sick scene was when Clary found out that the Mortal Cup was actually in Dorothea's tarot cards. That was so cool. But I was like, why the heck would you want to take it out of the safest place that you thought was the safest place? Take it out and just put it under your freaking jacket, and that's it. And think, oh no, Valentine's not going to come, it's safe now because I know where it is, it's with me. But knowing where it was hidden was like the safest thing ever. Like, girl, you're so stupid sometimes. I actually really liked Hodge. I really liked his character because I thought it was really awesome that he was under a curse and he wasn't able to leave the institute for the rest of his life. But the fact that he could make potions that could heal you, I don't know, his whole storyline was really interesting. So I was really upset when we found out that he betrayed all of them and that he was the one going for the mortal carp and all that stuff. This was one of the main reasons why I really liked Hodge. This is on page 80. There were some memories though that never faded. Images burst like flashbulbs behind his lids when he closed his eyes. Blood and bodies trampled earth, a white podium stained with red, the cries of the dying, the green and rolling fields of Idris and its endless blue sky, pierced by the towers of the glass city. The pain of loss surged up inside him like a wave. He tightened his fist and Hugo, wings fluttering, pecked angrily at his fingers, drawing blood. Opening his hand, Hodge released the bird, who circled his head as he flew up to the skylight and then vanished. Shaking off his sense of foreboding, Hodge reached for another piece of paper, not noticing the scarlet drops that smeared the paper as he wrote. That was so cool! And I love that that's how it ended, that chapter. I was like, oh my god, the Silent Brothers are so cool! They walk in darkness and do not speak, but they can crack open a man's mind the way you might crack open a walnut and leave him screaming alone in the dark if that is what they desire. Cool! This just sold it for me loving Simon. This is on page 313. That's why when major badasses greet each other in movies, they don't say anything, they just nod. The nod means I am a badass and I recognize that you too are a badass. But they don't say anything because they're Wolverine and Magneto and it would mess up their vibe to explain. I have no idea what you're talking about, said Jace from the back seat. Good, Clary said, and was rewarded by the smallest of smiles from Simon as he turned the van onto the Manhattan Bridge, heading towards Brooklyn and home. That's right, Jace, you got put in your place. Oh my god, that rhymed! The whole thing at the end where we find out that Jace is Clary's brother and they have the same father and mother, it just made me cringe a bit. But also, with that little plot twist, I don't think I believe it. I'm gonna be real with you, I don't know, I feel like something is going on. I feel like Valentine possibly could be Jace's father. Like, that kind of adds up. But I don't know if he is Clary's father, and I also don't think that Jace has the same mother as Clary. I don't know, I think there's something completely mixed up there and that they aren't brother and sister, because they keep talking about how they don't even look alike. But I don't know, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I think something's gonna happen. I think there's more to it, oh my god. Yes, so I'd love to hear your thoughts on the first book, what you thought about the characters, because I'd love to hear your thoughts. And yes, as usual, bye!